Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is now time for the best real estate podcast online. It is time for Lakeway Area Real Estate Talk Live with Mike and Dave Elkins, presented by Elite Realty Group.
Here's what we're talking about today, some real estate talk, all right?
Yeah, we got to talk serious.
Let's be serious just for a minute.
Right.
Just for a minute, because we don't like to be serious too long. But just for a minute, let's talk about this today. Here's what we're going to talk about. 3 down payment myths. In talking with people wanting to buy a house, all right? I believe you will agree, because you talk with more than I do. But I believe you will agree that one of the most common questions is about the down payment.
Yeah, everybody thinks they got to have a big down payment.
Yeah, it's a myth. And again, that's why we want to address it today and give you this information that you then can pass on to whoever or use it for yourself. We're going to give you 3 myths that just currently, they're just not true about down payment. Here's number 1, all right? Here's number 1. A lot of people will come to us and say, hey, I want to buy a house. I found one I like, whatever. But I can't get the down payment. I know.
I'm still saving up.
That's the key.
Yeah.
I'm still saving up because I know I need 10 to 20% down to be able to purchase this house. Now, time out. Let me give a disclaimer. We're not giving you any legal advice. We're not giving you any financial advice. You want legal advice, go to an attorney. You want financial advice, go to a CPA. Tax advice, go to a CPA. We're just giving you our opinion. But this is what happens with us, all right? So they say, hey, I'm still saving up my 10 to 20% to put down. That is a myth. Right?
Yeah.
You don't need 10 to 20% to pay down.
No.
The most common thing that we're seeing today, now, years ago that was true. You had to save up for your down payment. But now we're seeing that the government has a lot of different loan programs that are out there that allows a lot of people, that's how I'm going to put that, a lot of people to buy a house with 0 money down.
Yeah, that's big. 0 money down. You can literally buy with nothing out of your pocket.
Nothing out of your pocket. Now, what do you got to do for that? You need to contact a lender. They'll give you all the specifics of what you want to do. We just want you to know that potential is out there for you to do that. But I will tell you this. It all depends on your credit score, your income, debt to income. Those kind of things are going to come into play on this. But the thought of you just need 10 to 20% down for a home, that's just a myth.
And just so you know, again, that's a lender specific question, but it's not that you got to have that 750 or whatever. You don't have to have a great credit score. It's not limited really. You do have to have the credit score to qualify, but it's not like people's probably thinking, oh yeah, I'm sure I can get no money down if I've got an 800 credit score. But that's not the case.
No. And again, that's a lender specific question that if you're really thinking about going for a house and you've been saving up this 10 to 20%, you may want to go ahead and make this call. And that way you'll get the information straight, as they say, from the horse's mouth. But again, we just want you to know that's just a myth. That's just out there. The majority, I'm going to say 85+% of the loans that we see people getting today, they're 0% down.
0%, yeah.
3.5%.
Yeah, 3.5% of FHA's 3.5%.
So again, it's not that you got to have that life savings account before you can go and be able to purchase again a home. That's just a myth. We're giving you 3 of those today. Again, these are our opinions. These are lender specific questions, though, that you want to ask.
These are things that we've saw. How they all work, the back offices of them or whatever, we don't understand.
Well, and what we like to do is we like to come here and give you guys information, things that we run into. We have told you just watched a commercial about our office. We're letting you see the inner workings of how a real estate office works. That is a lot of that.
We got it behind the screen, behind the camera.
We got a new camera today. That's coming to you from the side. Over here. We're over here on the side letting you see what it is. We got our studio lights up here. You can't quite see our cameras because they're behind all those lights and so on and so forth. But we're just letting you in, man. We have opened up the door and we are letting you in. And today we're giving you 3 down payment myths. We're just wiping those away. We're just telling you those are just false things that are out there. Now, can you put 10 to 20% down?
Oh, yeah,
absolutely. Sure. You can do whatever you want to do. That's totally up to you. But again, a lot of people come to us and
they think they just have to. They feel like they have to have 10 to 20% down, and that's just not the case. That's great that you're saving. But that's just not the case that you have to do that.
Which leads us to number 2, another myth of that. So we tell this to people. We then, like, people come in and we're like, no, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
So myth number 2 is the first one, they think you got to have this bunch of money. Then the second one is they think for you to be able to get those no down payment, low down payment programs, you have to be a first time home buyer.
Right.
Is that true?
That's true.
No, it's not true.
No, I think it's true that's what they think.
Right.
Yeah, it's not true that you have to be a first time home buyer.
Yeah. Though it can be your first home, your 10th home, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, again, lender specific guidelines are going to be able to tell you exactly what, you know, you need to do and so on and so forth, as far as what, you know, sometimes vacation homes get through in there. Sometimes that's not available on them. There are some stipulations, but the myth is you got to be a first time buyer to be able to get into these programs.
Right.
That's just simply not true.
Right.
Again, you'll be able to talk to a lender. We do a lot of deals with first time buyers, but we do a lot more deals with people that they're buying their 3+, you know, 3rd+ home.
Right.
So again, these programs are available to them just as well as they are available to the first time buyer. It just depends upon your situation.
Right.
You know?
And again, that's all stuff that you need to go ahead and call a lender, you know, the lender you use, or if you don't know one, call us. We can direct you, but that's questions that you need to ask, because again, you might be over, you know,
having to wait too long.
Yeah.
Again, we've told you for 12 weeks now, we're in a fast-paced market, man. It's moving like you would never believe.
Right.
If you see a house you want, you better be ready to go get that thing today, because it's not going to be here in the next week. They're selling really, really fast. So, you know, you may be thinking, hey, I got to save 10 to 20%. It's going to take me 6 to 8 months, 2 to 3 years to do that, whatever your situation may be, and you're just seeing these houses that I love. They're just going on and going off the market, going off the market. So again, this is information, again, that can help you move upon a potential house today, but a lender can answer that question for you a whole lot better than we can. This is just a lot of things we get.
Right.
We see people who have missed out on a lot of houses because they're doing these types of things. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
They're kind of waiting. So we're talking about today 3 down payment myths. We're debunking them.
Yeah.
We're taking them out.
Yeah.
We've already gave you the first 2. You don't need 10 to 20% down. And you don't have to be a first time buyer to get the low to no down payment programs. That's the first 2. The third one is that, okay, so I don't need 10 to 20% down. I don't have to be a first time buyer. It must be really, really hard for me to qualify to get those programs that you're talking about. So number 3 is it's difficult to qualify for those down payment assistance programs. We need another button. You didn't bam. Bam. So it's gone. That's simply not true. And again, lender specific guidelines are going to tell you the answers 100%.
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago, I don't remember what show it was, but I said there is, and this is for first time home buyers, they're giving you $15,000. $15,000 to buy a house with. Now that's in certain zip codes. I had a list here. I don't remember them all. You
call lender.
Yeah, call lender, get that list. But Morristown was on that list.
Yes.
So 37813.
Right.
I think it was Talbot, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, there is, $15,000 laying out there that could be yours.
That is pretty major too. When you look at it, that's major. So again, 3 down payment myths. We've debunked those today. 1, you don't need 10 to 20% down. All right. You don't have to be just a first time buyer to get these low to no down payment programs. And the third one is that, you know what, you need to just call a lender, because it may be easier than you think to qualify for these programs that could get you into your next dream home.
We thank each and every one of you for listening to today's podcast. Tune in for future episodes by subscribing to our channel and get the latest and greatest real estate information right here on Lakeway Area Real Estate Talk Live, presented by Elite Realty Group. Until next time, have a great and blessed day.